January 29th, Leap Day. It's a rare day, but it's not just a rare day. It's actually Rare Disease Day, International Rare Disease Day. I'm pleased to be here with my friend Ruth Hocheiser, who along with another friend, Irfan Patel, encouraged us last year, a couple years ago, here in Newcastle County to proclaim and recognize Rare Disease Day. Rare Disease Day is extremely important to recognize those going through struggles in our community with diseases about which little is known, and also their families and service providers. We're fortunate to be here with Ruth because Ruth is now a published author. She's contributed to a book that she's going to tell us about, chronicling her journey with orthostatic tremors. The upcoming book, it's about to be on Amazon, called Kaleidoscope Rare Disease Stories, told by the people who live them. Kaleidoscope Rare Disease Stories, told by the people who live them, which will be available on Amazon in the coming weeks. Ruth, welcome. Tell us about the book.
Hi, thank you. So my name is Ruth Hocheiser, and it is my pleasure to be here with Newcastle County Exec Matt Meyer. I am a patient advocate who has been involved with NORD, the National Organization for Rare Disorders, and a zealous advocate for my own condition, orthostatic tremor. There are over 300 million people worldwide living with at least one rare disease. Most do not have a cure. Some have treatments to help make life somewhat easier to navigate. And then there are others, like orthostatic tremor, where there are no known interventions to stop the progression of this disabling condition. Today, Rare Disease Day, I am happy to announce the first and only, thus far, book written by rare disease patients. It is called Kaleidoscope Rare Disease Stories. In this book, there are 60 stories, 47 writers, which include 3 parents of children who are too young to write. I am grateful to have 2 stories about orthostatic tremor included in this book. All the proceeds from the sale of the book will go to NORD to help advance rare disease research. You can purchase the book through Amazon. So because I don't have the book yet, it won't be out until the 29th. This is a picture of the cover, and it's called Kaleidoscope Rare Disease Stories. And I want to recognize Carrie Wong, who is the editor of the book. She proofread and spent hours and hours and hours getting it together, and I contributed 2 articles. This one, I have a little snippet to read to you. I entitled it The ABCs of Advocacy. My career taught me that I had to advocate for students and families, so it was a natural transition to do what I could to become a patient advocate and to advocate to those of us with OT. And you notice I'm using both the word advocate and advocate, the noun form and the verb form, because, as Mr. Meyer mentioned, we need interested advocates to advocate from the medical community, from the researchers, because if we don't have them, there is no progress made at all. And that's why I am so thrilled that we have Rare Disease Day. I appreciate this opportunity to speak with you today and to tell about Kaleidoscope. And thank you so much for your support of the rare disease community.
Thank you. Ruth, thank you for your leadership by putting this into writing and also bringing it to our attention. You're helping countless others out there, of course, here in Newcastle County and Delaware, but also around the world who will pick up the book, who will read your chapter. I like to say you're turning some patient advocates into impatient advocates, right?
Right.
Who will go out, and you're turning advocate into a noun and a verb, but it's also patient, but don't be too patient, right? Don't accept the status quo.
I have worked tirelessly, and that's why I say zealously, for the past 2 years since my condition has deteriorated, unfortunately. And because it is considered rare, doctors never heard of it. So we have to get the information out there, and any help that we can get to provide information for researchers and doctors. That's what I'm trying to do.
Great. Thank you so much. We'll be rooting for you and praying for your safety and health.
Thank you.
So be it hereby all that I, as County Executive, recognize Rare Disease Day today, February 29th, 2024. Whereas Rare Disease Day is the globally coordinated movement on rare diseases, working towards equity in social opportunity, healthcare, and access to diagnosis and therapies for people living with a rare disease. And whereas since its creation in 2008, Rare Disease Day has played a critical role in building an international rare disease community that is multi-disease, global, and diverse, but united in purpose. And whereas a disease is considered rare if it affects fewer than 200,000 Americans, there are approximately 7,000 known rare diseases with conditions that are often lifelong, and many of which are terminal. 1 in 10 Americans are currently living with a rare disease, and approximately 2/3 of those affected with a rare disease are children. And now therefore be it resolved that I, Matthew Myers, County Executive of Newcastle County, by virtue of the authority vested in me, proclaim today, February 29th, 2024, as Rare Disease Day in Newcastle County. I encourage all Newcastle County residents to join me in raising awareness and taking action today for this vulnerable population who require immediate and urgent attention. Thank you so much, and thank you.